back to Unfiltered Podcast. It is I, your host, Talita, known as well as Talisa Cutie. As today we are back again with another special guest as she's about to introduce herself. So today we're about to get into something that is very special. As last month we were celebrating, but yeah, we were actually vouching for saying no to GBV. So she's about to tell us in detail and educate us more about GBV. So yeah, she can introduce herself. Welcome.
Okay, well, thank you. My name is Tariro, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be educating you about my life experiences, some of my life experiences, and also educating about the girl child and other women in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Maybe before we actually get into you actually educating us, maybe we can go back a little bit and you can tell us like from when you were young, the background that you grew up in, and then we can start the each level, yeah.
All right. Nindakakura in a Christian home with both my parents and nevanasisi vangu, and yeah, I was the last born in those days, and takakurawo zvakanaka tichiziva Mwari, takakudzwa zvakanaka. So I had a good background, and we had a steady background and a Christian-based home. So our things were very good and straightforward.
Yeah.
So that's how I grew up.
Okay, so maybe now we can actually dive in when you actually got married. When did you get married? And yeah, you can take us through that journey a little bit if you're not too comfortable, a little bit, and then we can go into the education.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think sharing my life experience inogona kubatsira vamwe vanhu
Yeah.
kubatsirikawo kunzwa uku kuti vanzwisise kuti havasi vega zvakaitikawo kune vamwewo. So yes, I think musikana wese achikura ane a dream yekuti I want to get married.
Yeah.
And then you get married, you have your visions zvaunoda kuti in life I want this, I want to have a house, toda imba toita fenzi, you know, ka dream kana every girl, you know. And then, you know, and once you're in that, you don't expect, you know, that come along with that. And you don't expect things to go bad.
Yeah.
You expect kuti zvinhu zvichafamba zvakanaka. But unfortunately for me, hazvina kunyatsofamba zvakanaka. Anga aripowo ma-red flag ekuti ndaigona kuona, but semunhu anga ndakaroorwa zvakanaka, ndikabvisirwa zvakanaka, everything was up to date.
Yeah.
Ndikachata, ndikaita muchato, ndikaita white wedding. So you don't expect kuti ndichararama a life of abuse in a thing that looked perfect like
exactly.
that. But it wasn't that perfect. And unfortunately, I became a victim of abuse slowly, and I was allowing it. Ndichingofunga kuti zvichapera.
Yeah.
So pane pamwe pazvinotaurwa kunzi if it happens once, it's going to keep on happening. But I think I ignored that red flag.
Yeah.
And it kept on happening and happening. Ndichingoshingirira ndichifunga kuti manje zvandakaroorwa, manje zvandakaita muchato, vabereki ndinovati chihama dzaungana, you know, mabatanidza mhuri. There's no way you're going to come out and tell people kuti ndikunzwa iso, something that looks so perfect outside. But it wasn't perfect. Up until it became more and more hurt, more beatings, and unfortunately I couldn't stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Because ndakakurawo in a Christian home, tichidzidziswa gwara rakanaka. I wasn't munhu anotuka, anorova, anoita sei. So kungosangana nemunhu anongokurova, I was very weak. ndikarohwa mbama ndaisagona kana kudzorera ndaingoshingirira nokoti ndikushingira imba yangu muchato wangu. But it went on to malevels ekuti zvangu zvakutosanganisira mapurisa and it couldn't be contained anymore zvekutoti unotosungisa munhu. But with that care sometimes kana uri maabuse you won't think kuti unofunga kuti munhu wakachachinja. Saka there was a time yandakambomusungisa and then tikatoenda kumacourts ndatopinda mukoti tapamberi pajaji bva ndatotaura kune anga achindirepresenta ndikati I want to withdraw the case and bva ndawithdrawa the case kuti iye aita sei areleaswe. And I thought naiye pandaitaura naye because vanga vakavharirwa aitotaura kutoti chingondibuditsa ndinochinja ndinoita sei and all of that but it didn't help and vandamubuditsa futi only to come back to continue in the abuse. So this was my life in some parts of it in my marriage yekutanga.
Shame. Okay, maybe you can actually tell us like what red flags, because I heard you say that there were red flags that were there but you didn't take note of them. So what red flags that were there maybe to actually help someone who's out there who's not seeing those red flags?
If you're in abuse, you don't see it. I think we can only see maybe the physical part. Kuti arohwa ziso rakadai so munhu ari kuabuse. But as I'll mention a few others, then we'll see kuti pane amwe ma-abuse ari inside. They're not out. Kutoti apfeka maglass ari kuvhara paarohwa or akwara pakati because because arohwa. So kurohwa, kupushwa, kurohwa mbama, kusaidzirwa, anything that brings bodily harm to your body, anything chinoratidza kuti warwadziwa nyama iyi, it brings pain to your body. Those are some of the physical abuses. So ukaona uchingorohwa mbama usati because ndiri wrong saka ndosaka ndarohwa, itori abuse iyoyo. You're under abuse but you're just being you're just in denial. And then we've got other abuses. I just wrote them down just for reference sake. And then we've got sexual abuse. Some people, they don't know it, but rape, I think we all know that. And I'm talking across the board. And my marriage, since my abuse was in marriage, but even across the board, rape is abuse. Even forced acts, in sexual forced acts, kumanikidzirwa zvinhu zvausingadi kuita panguva yebonde, that is a form of abuse.
Even though muri married, would we call it abuse?
Yes, even though muri married. Even muri married unogona kutorepwa. Kana usingadi in a marriage unenge usingadi. If you are forced even by your husband, that is called rape. Unogona kutomureport otosungwa. And then we've got harassment, kuharaswa, sexual harassment, or even kushorwa about, sexual stuff or stuff like that. And trafficking. Vamwe vano trafika vana, vasikana, vamwe vano trafika, vamwe vanogona kutoshandisa madzimai avo for money. You can traffic your wife kuti muwane mari.
That's true.
So those are the other forms of abuse. And we've got the psychological one. Iyo ndo isingaoneki. It's in the
brain.
It's in the brain. Like I was saying, kuti unodzikisirwa. And I came to a point yekuti I didn't want to look at my face because aingonditi wakashata iwe ungadiwe nani, like kukuita worthless.
Nothing,
So those are some of the abuses that we don't see. Ukaona uchishorwa or kungoti ungolose your self esteem nemashoko chayo because mashoko ane simba rekudzikisira munhu. Those verbal words, they really affect you. Because unosara uchifunga kutoti nemi ndakaita sei, ndiri munhu akaita sei, ndakafananawo nevamwe here, why ndakasiyanawo nevamwe here, why am I facing this, why is this happening to me? So those are some of the emotional abuse. And kucontrolwa, controlling, ukuenda kupi, ukuita sei. Yes, we understand, especially I think we're going to relate maybe in marriages or ndio zvatajaira relationships. Ukuenda kupi, ukuenderei, ukuita, you know, like general things yekuti vamwe vanhu vanotorambidzwa kubuda door kunziswera mumba. That is a form of abuse, because everyone has a right yekuti ndoda kumboenda kushop kunozvitengerawo chinhu, but ukaona kwanenge aiwosendi. I know kune mamapati pamwewo anenge anooneka kunge asingaiti, but haungabva warambidzwa zvese. You need a girl's time out, you need to refresh with your friends. Unofanira kufurwa nemhepo semunhu ari normal. And also kunyadziswa. Kunyadziswa pane vanhu. Kana kuti pamwe waenda pamberi wataura something, wagara pasi wonzi chichocho chaunga uchititaurira, unga wadi kungogara pasi, you know. So you feel like, don't I say zvinhu in a sense? And you start to feel humiliated. So those are forms of abuse, and they're inside. Ari emotional. And we've got economic abuse. This is about kunyimwa mari. Kunyimwa mari, pamwe you've got a need yaunayo. And that's why we encourage these ladies and these women, this girl child, kuti dzidza kuzvishandira, ubate mari yako. Because the more yaunorambidzwa kunzi aiwa handikupi mari, at least you know you've got your own.
Unotorambidzwa kuenda kwacho kubasa.
That's a form of abuse. Usaende kubasa, but you still not situation panapa, it needs that to happen. Or even your dreams, kuvharirwa madreams ako, kuti and I wanted to be something when I grow up. I want to, pamwe wakashaiswa mukana, pamwe wakakasika kuita nhumbu uchiri mwana wechikoro, but you had dreams. But then you meet someone who says usaite chinhu, gara mumba, and just do nothing, you know. So there are forms of abuse that actually affect women emotionally. And then yes, we said access to work and education. Every woman, every girl, child needs education. Kana usina education, unongokikwa uko kunge bhora. Dzidzawo uzamewo kuva something yokuti at least unogona kuzvimiririra. And then we've got cyberbullying online. Inoitwa even the girl child, zvinoitwa muzvikoro chichi. So these types of abuses, they happen in marriages, in relationships, and even to the girl child at school, everywhere, anywhere, even in a community. So it's not only based kuti marriage, but generally to the girl child. Okay. And then stalking. Nechishona vanotiti tingati kuvhimwa, akusi kuvhimwa, I don't know. Kutaimira mwana, tomboti pamwe mwana musikana ari kubva kuchikoro, pangone munhu anongogara akamumirira parodi every time, pamwe umutera. That's stalking. It's a form of abuse that people should know kutoti this is not normal, it's something wrong. And we've got the last one I've got here is it's harmful abuse. It's to the girl child food. I don't know if you've heard or if you've seen my Facebook or by internet where they do girl child mutilation. Yokuti mwana anogona kusonwa ma private parts.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
I think we should research on it. But mwana anosonwa ma private parts kuti asaite anything, asaite mskanzwa.
Nevabereki.
It's a culture, but maybe I should I'll come back maybe in the comments and then put a clip on that. How that happens. But mama cultures, vanozviita izvozvo to the girl child, of which that's a form of abuse, because hauna essay, unotongobatirirwa wosonwa. So I'll come back with a clip. Because mngazoti ndikunyepa ndezvemusoro wangu.
Please do.
And then child marriage. Kurodza vana vari vana vadiki. Kone 16-year-old atomumba. Atomai. Iye achiri mwana. So that's a form of abuse. Vana havadi kurodzwa vari vana vadiki. And forced marriage. Kungomanikidzwa kuti wanonoka kudzoka wanga uri kupi chibva watoenda kumurume wako ibva matonotanga imba. Sometimes hazvishandi kudaro because it's also a form of abuse. So these are some of the abuse dzikusangana nevanhu mudzimba umo, but dzimwe nguva havagoni kutaura munyika umo. Even vana vasikana, they can't say anything because they think it's normal. Especially my emotional eye ndo akazara muvanhu. That's why we have depression and we have people vari kungofamba vodona kuti achizotaura kuti aiwa ndanga ndazonzi ndanga ndichishungurudzwa haachakwanisi kutaura. So I think it's a good thing that we have this platform kuti at least we can share and talk about it. And to let other people know that they're not alone. Inina, I went through it. It was a physical one, and an emotional one. But ndakabuda, and I'm still alive to tell. But as we are celebrating the month of gender-based violence, they were saying kuti 15 women are killed every day. Parkuuraiwa 15 vakadzi. Out of all these types of abuses, pamwe waita washungurudzwa emotionally, wodona waita depression, wofa. Pamwe muphysical imomomo wabayiwa nebanga, wofa. Pamwe, you know, even online bullying wasikana, kanoti mapicture akabuditswa kuchikoro, akunonosungirira. And then we end up having so many deaths. So, yeah, I think those about.
This is so much touching, and I don't know, maybe you can touch, because as you said kuti unenge wakutya like kuti vabereki ndovati kudii, you know, how would they be able to kubuda imomo, like vanobuda sei? Because unenge wakutya a lot of stuff, wakati community yakakutarisa, vabereki vakakutarisa, you're scared of even the judgment from people. So how do you get out from that?
Yeah, it's a very complex situation, I don't want to lie, because many times ndakazama kuda kubatsirwa, my sisters, they tried to show me light, but ndaingoda zvezvokushingira kuti imba yangu. Plus there's this thing yekuti vanhu they say kuti ukanaita single wakuda kuita chifambi, wada kuita hure or whatever. So I was always scared of that, kuti ndikabuda marriage vanhu vakunditi ndakuda kunotsvaga varume or what. So ndozvimwe izvozvo zvokuti support, you need support. Unotoda umwe munhu anotongokubata baiginya. Baiginya indakazongonzi baiginya tatotenga matickets ichimboenda kufa like kuZimbabwe to my parents ombonogara ikoko and refresh, because I was going through a lot. I was also sick and ndine maBP and I didn't have a good health yekuti uchirohwa pamusoro pakadaro pamusoro pazvo yokuti you're sick. So I needed that help, that hand yakundipusha kuti go. So I think people out there, they need that. They need a support system. I had a strong support system and they kept pushing and pushing, and if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be. Pamwe ningadai ndisisipo, ningadai ndakatofa. Ndo chokwadi chacho. So let us support vanhu vatinoona kuti vari in these types of things. They just need support. Yongo ndiri pano. Ndiri pano. Even in pandiri pano. Ndikanzwa kuti someone is going through something that I went through. I'll say, come. Kana usina pekurara. Kana ukuda some sort of help. Uya. Ndimbokubatsira because I've been there.
Yeah.
Unenge usina kana confidence, usina kana chi. So, yeah, I think a strong support system does that.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know, because pane vamwe vekutoti vakapinda in marriage just because they couldn't afford chikafu, they couldn't afford to take even care of themselves, vakatoona opportunity yekuroorwa vakapindamo mukuroorwa, but now mukuroorwa imomomo they are being abused, of which kumba kumusha kwachona there is no one for them, like angakwanise kuvabatsira. As you mentioned kuti imimi you had a strong support system, you had your sisters and stuff, but there are those people that actually don't have anyone. How will they say vamwe unotowanzwa kuti ina handina kwekuenda, you know? So how would they actually get out from that?
Okay, I think in each country aripo ma support system anosupporta women.
Okay.
And vari kuenda through abuse. I'll also try and pin it in the comment section.
Yes, please.
And I'll put a phone number. Iri free yokuti munhu kana uchida kufonera ukuda help. And especially nyika yatiri inoi, they're really for women. They support women. Saka haushai a shelter yaunokwanisa kumboenda kumbonobatsirwa uchipiwa counseling, uchihelpwa. So there are places like that where women can go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for actually educating us. This was very educational. I don't know, maybe you can actually, do you have social media accounts that you actually want people to actually follow you on? Yeah, you can share that.
Okay, I'm not a content creator, I'm just a simple person. Well, I'm not looking for following, but I'm just looking to educate and just like the girl child is, girls are very special and kubva kudhara vanga vari neglected vachirambidzwa kuenda kuchikoro, so I'm just for that. Yeah.
So maybe you can put out like your Facebook account so that maybe if someone actually like is going through something, they can actually get hold of you. You can actually,
Okay. My Facebook account is Tari TK. Yes, that's my Facebook account. Tari TK.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. It was very nice having you here.
Okay. You're welcome.